Hi, this is Kim with Patch and Tweak and DivKid.
Hello.
Hi. We're on the highway on my road tour in the UK now. Driving in the wrong side of the road, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is not unwrapped yet. But this is your copy of the book. And let's see what Ben...
A live unwrapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's really well wrapped because it's taken me a while. It's taken me a while to get into it.
Let me get that. So.
Yeah, just like push, turn, move. Feels great. Smells great.
Smells like print, right?
Yeah, book fresh.
Should we find your contribution to the book? Yeah. Let's see where it is. There's a lot of interviews in the book, and you have some patch tips in it. And
really nicely dressed up with your graphics as well.
Thank you. Now here it is, page 98.
Okay.
Let's see if the page number is right. Oh, it's right, yeah. There we go.
Great. There we go. We should do a
close up, yeah. It works.
Yeah, great. It looks good.
So was it hard to find the patch tips? I mean, there must be so many.
Yeah, and I tried to find things that you maybe didn't already have, but that were still quite simple in concept. They're all made up of this idea of working with free things. So free ways to animate the sound, free ways to control the animation, and it's something that I do quite a lot, which came from the kind of software world where lots of synths have lots of envelopes and you can patch them all over. So yeah, we've got the kind of magic subtractive patch booster. Just the idea of playing around and trying to push beyond the basic waves and basic ways of patching. I think the patches resemble a lot of the questions that I get asked a lot of the time.
In your videos?
Yeah, I'm patching oscillator to filter to VCA, getting a little bored. It's like, well, that's kind of like every other synth that you maybe had before modular. So let's try and rework it. Same with the animation as well. And having free envelopes, having something for pitch so that you can always excite the pitch, having something for tone, something for amplitude. And you can apply these concepts, I think, to East Coast, West Coast, drums, percussion synthesis.
You get a lot out of 3 envelopes for each purpose, kind of. What about multi-stage envelopes? Would you use that too in a situation like this? Or?
That's really nice for, I'd say, percussion synthesis, where you want the pitch to be more complex. We always just think to make a kind of drum sound that the pitch just needs to go up very fast and drop back down again. A lot of the kind of 70s disco tom stuff sometimes went the other way. They kind of went whoop and kind of came up rather than down. The multi-stages are nice for that. Thing like the new Chaos devices, Zadar, has been really fun for that. But yeah, multi-stage, I think it's only recently become accessible. Multi-stage envelopes, a few modules that make that kind of worthwhile.
More user-friendly also, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, simpler interfaces for more complex shapes. So I'd substitute any one of them with any complex envelope you've got. And you could also substitute any one of those with an audio rate source. That could be interesting.
Extra tips, really good.
But yeah, they're simple ideas. I'm going to make some videos for each of these patches shortly, very soon, so we can kind of explore these and maybe look to push a bit beyond as well. Yeah,
because it's always about pushing it a bit more, like, you know.
Yeah, once you've got this, here's some
basics.
suggestions for the next bit.
That's great. So there's gonna be a lot with envelopes in this one. So we have many pages of that. So you haven't seen much of it yet, right?
No.
So we come just from Synthfest and we're busy. But hopefully there'll be more for you to actually explore also, even for you.
I think so. I think there's always the people that are in the book, you know, the list of people on the back and all the things on the site as well. I learn from these people and these companies all the time. And that's the beauty of the whole scene, I think. The idea that we just constant learning, constantly realising, don't really know what that does. Or someone's found a new way to implement an old idea and it sparks new ideas. And I think there's a lot of that. From what I have seen at earlier pages, there's a lot in the book.
And I think it's a really good complement, or what do you call it, addition to videos like yours. I mean, how many videos have you done now? It must be...
There's nearly 900.
Oh, wow.
a lot of those are gigs, going to gigs or events and coming back with 10. Super Booth, we did 61 this year.
Wow.
So there's big chunks of content that aren't in-depth demos, and there's a lot of jams and bits of music, but
a lot of inspiration and learning.
Yeah, I'd like, I think everyone should take the, I might be demoing a dope for filter, for example, but even if you don't want that filter, I'd hope there was some patch tips in there to go, I don't like the sound of that, but I have another low pass filter I like, and maybe I'd apply those tips to it.
Of course, just applying. That's actually what we're trying to do in the book with the patch tips, having this universal language so people can apply it across formats and all that stuff.
That's the really nice thing to see, because it isn't this specific module with this. It's about the concept and the patch.
Exactly.
And you can apply that on most systems, I'd say.
And it's also about the music you have in your head, right? And just to explain to those viewers who maybe not know much about your background. So you come from a drum background?
Yeah. Started playing drums when I was kind of 10, 11. Guitar quickly after that. Played in punk bands, rock bands, covers. Ended up playing in a lot of kind of UK hip hop, trying to sound like the old jazz records that rappers would want to sample. We're probably the least urban and ghetto form of rap in existence. There's a good scene for that in the UK. Got into dance music kind of at the same time. Started trying to DJ. I only ever did like 2 gigs in clubs with vinyl. But that was a magic moment when I first got 2 records in sync. That was a real achievement.
The big moment. But why did you get into Eurorack or modular?
I started making music in the box, just dance music in the DAW, doing that lots and lots and lots. My day job at the time was on the computer or for university when I was studying, just stuck in the laptop all the time. Started getting desktop sims, went through loads of vintage sims. And I really I had quite a big pedal board collection from guitar, and I loved patching the pedal board and reamping the synthesizers and recording them in and bringing them back out to the amp and trying to build my own sample library. Then started to work with Loop Masters and Sample Magic, 4 samples through someone that did a remix for me a while ago, just releasing lots and lots of dance music and just always firing out those emails of, this would be really good to do together. And eventually someone would get back and go, that does sound kind of cool, or they'd give me a chance or a break. So I'm amassing lots of sims. It was just the next logical step. And I thought I knew sims, but I didn't. And I get that question a lot. Oh no, I use software, I know how to use a synth. I was in that position, and I thought, not cockily or arrogant, but I thought, I know how this works. I'll be fine, but I wasn't. I got a handful of modules, and it was all those really questions that I see people apologise a lot. Oh, I'm really sorry to ask really basic questions or noob questions. It's like, I did it as well. We all did.
Exactly.
And then modular, I don't know, once you really learn about signal flow, and again, that's the strength of this kind of universal language, it becomes, it's creative, it's learning, it's being able to apply your own ideas, I think. An old tutor of mine used to call it his box of tricks. So he'd always say that anything I ever need to play on a gig, I can play faster, so that I'm comfortable at the range it needs to be in. It's kind of the same with the patching. If you've got all these little tricks in mind, and you hear a sound in the back of your head, it gives you a chance to go, maybe that's how you do it. Or at least it opens up a pathway. If you don't really commit to the learning, I think it becomes frustrating. I've seen people get frustrated and sell modular quite a lot.
Getting out of modular. I'm getting out. You hear that a lot. Right? So it's about committing time and energy and focus, maybe. Also.
But you can't learn, spending £1,000 on a modular system won't allow you to make music straight away. Nor would it if you spent £1,000 on a guitar. You're not just going to play it straight away.
No. Me, especially me. Compared to playing the violin, I mean, it takes 30 years to make it sound good.
Maybe that's the difference. Modular can instantly sound good. It's very hard to make a lot of brass instruments or string instruments sound good. So maybe that's the illusion with modular and why people jump out of it. But
it takes dedication. So.
Yes.
And there's also what I hear a lot in the book. People I've interviewed say, start simple. Start with something small, something you can cope with in your mind actually. And in your vision also. I
think so. I think you could go semi-modular and just add that second oscillator or that extra wave shaper, or just a handful of modules.
And there's a lot of good semi-modular options now, right?
There are.
So that might be one of the first steps, if not going from software.
I think so.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So we're having a cold
It's windy.
moment outside. Yeah, but this is for now. This is your book.
Amazing. I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Push Turn
Great.
Move I really enjoyed.
Great.
And still
So
kind of go
pleased to
back
hear.
through and
Awesome.
working with Chris as well.
Yeah.
Chris hasn't
Awesome
come to
guy.
stand on the side of the motorway with us, but
No.
Chris is great.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot to learn from Chris's videos too.
Yeah.
So that's a good 3 good things: your videos, Chris's videos, and Patrick's week. And by that, we're gonna say thank you for viewing this. And,
Thank you. Great.